and I've tried to make it a long video to accurately explain, but as there's a lot more condensed information out there, which some people are really going to have to look out for themselves, I thought I would just give this version about why therapy doesn't work in the long run. It really only benefits the therapist because they got to make their money somehow. And Alan Watts had a more darker version about that, where a mental institution is really just a psychological torture chamber, which, from someone who's been in therapy for a very long time, can definitely suggest that analogy is correct. However, having said that, there's some people out there who desperately need therapy after a lot of trauma. But having said that, you should always look to heal yourself, because you can't put your mental, spiritual, and physical health into the hands of someone else. As much as we want to believe that doctors have all the answers, they absolutely don't. The amount of times I had to go to a doctor to get to ask for an opinion and only gotten a prescription in return, because yeah, that's the way to go. And with with therapy, it's not any different either. You really have to look within yourself to find the solutions. Even in spiritual life, they say that all the problems that are in the world we really create ourselves. We are the masters of our inner world, but not the external world. Even when you approach someone, you can't measure about how they're going to view you, especially if they have an assumption already in their brain. The only solution to that is really like figure out who you are, figure out what you're worth, and figure out what you are worth of in this world. And trust me, whoever is not aligned with you, they're going to step off. And even if they don't, there is a respectable way to go about it. But if that is not reciprocated, you got to fight tooth and nail, for your value, to be reciprocated. Because if you don't understand your own value, your own contributions, then no one else is gonna do it. And the people that are crazy enough to believe they can save the world are often the ones who actually make that change. And I believe I can make that change, but in a speed that respects my boundaries and respects my energy flow. Yeah, I'm a spiritual person, and I have no shame in saying that. And there have been a lot of misconceptions about what that means to the outside world. And I've done a video on that on my Instagram as well, where a lot of things that are being said about spiritual life are being said is because it can be marketed, it can be controlled, and it can't be exploited, as a lot of other religions have been done in the past. All right, the spirituality and how I view things around me are respectable to me, because spirituality, if you look at Taoism, and if you look at Shintoism, Asian and Japanese philosophies, they really tell you like that spirituality is not just written in a book. Spirituality isn't just a thing in the air. Spirituality is really everywhere. But how far are you willing to go to accept that you're a wonderfully made being as well? As much flaws as you may think you have, or as much flaws as the other world, the external world, really tries to put on in you. When you accept yourself, and how deep you want to take that self-discovery journey is really up to you and your circumstances and your experiences. But really, they can help you out. And I've been to that journey myself, but I wouldn't recommend anyone going as deep as I had to go. But I was, and to some extent still am, a truth seeker. And a truth seeker looks at things from so many different sides, where you really have to be strong internally, because we live in a crazy world, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't do that journey of self-discovery, and again, I'm not recommending you go as deep as I've had in order to figure out that journey, But if there is no other choice, if you really truly want to be free, you gotta fight spiritually for your inner self-worth, your inner self-love. Because if you can't love yourself, absolutely, my friend, as much as I wanted a relationship in the past, and as much as you all, man, woman, wherever your geographical or cultural or religious background, spiritual background may lie, um, no matter what you've been through or no matter the circumstances, if you fail to uh, have the ability to love yourself and to care for yourself in all matter, shapes, or form. And I had to learn this as well. I mean, take it from someone who's been through that road and has made the necessary mistakes in order to get that. And I really only have two regrets in life. One being not taking the chances when I shouldn't have, and two, for my sister going going through what she had to go through when being around me. And I've done wrong. I'm no saint. But if you don't have the ability to really care for yourself and to really love yourself wholeheartedly and accept yourself lovingly and truthfully, then no one else will. And that's the part of the mental aspect that we really need to, you know, be teaching ourselves that, because some things are not being able to learn by our education system, by our social environment, or by our home environment. There are things in this world, whether it be medical, whether it be physical, whether it be mental, whether it be emotional. Those are journeys you really have to undertake yourself, and that means spending time with yourself, and spending time with you know yeah, your ancestors, and your loving, energetic, and most authentic self, because you are unique in your own way. And if other people haven't discovered that, but you feel that, then you need to have that ability to discover your authentic self as well. And when you do, and when you get through that journey, and when you've been through that road, and for some it comes easier than others, for some it comes faster than others, but for those who are going in there deep, I can say, trust me when I tell you this, that the deeper you go, unless you have no other choice, the deeper you have to go to find your self-worth and to find your self-love, the more treasures you are able to obtain in this life, because you will have the ability to see a lot of beauty in life from so many different perspectives. And that can be spiritual, that can be physical, that can be material, that can be health-wise, can be anything you want it to be. As long as your intent, as long as your heart's in the right place, the universe, the planetary harmony will always have your back. And when you don't forget about that, and give thanks and give props where it's due, whether it be to your parents, whether it be to your family, your social group, and those you have around you, the better off you will be. Trust me. I hope this helps, and gives you what you need in order to move forward, because really, what else is there but moving forward? But moving forward, of course, in the right and correct fashion, of course. And whatever we do that, you'll be on the right track. You can't avoid not hurting people, but the damage doesn't have to be. But that's a whole other video together. But for now, thank you all very much for subscribing, to viewing, for liking. Please smash that like button. The more people we can help together, the better. It's an honor to be here and present my findings to the rest of the world, and hopefully it helps a lot of people along the way to get on the track where they need to go in life, because you are beautiful, and wherever our journeys may go, maybe find each other and have a laugh, or drink non-alcoholic, because I don't drink. except for once a month. But again, that's a whole other video put together. But to everyone out there, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay sane. Have a good day, everyone. All right. Take care, everyone.